Hello everybody and welcome back to another ASMR F1 video, and today I am going to be playing some F1 24. I thought I'd do a bit of gaming for a change. We've done a lot of quizzes lately, so thought I might mix it up a little bit. And today I'm going to be doing a one-off race around Bahrain as a guy who is rapidly becoming my favourite driver, Oscar Piastri. To be honest, I haven't really had a favourite driver since Jenson Button all the way back in 2016, so it feels weird to kind of start supporting a driver. I've always been fairly neutral since then. I mean, team-wise I'm a Williams fan, but driver-wise I've always been fairly neutral since then. But I'm really liking Oscar Piastri. I like the way he conducts himself. He's always ultra calm and just a really good racer as well. So what we're going to do today is we are going to go, as it's the Bahrain Grand Prix today, as I'm recording it, obviously it will come out later. We're going to have a little race around the Bahrain International Circuit in Sakhir and just see how we get on. So yeah, McLaren, Oscar Piastri, and we'll do a 25% race, I think. Yeah, we won't bother with qualifying, we'll just do 25% race. I think that is pretty much everything. I haven't recorded a race on here for so long, so I might be a bit rusty, so do forgive me. But yeah, here we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix of 2024 in 2025. Oh, I was supposed to have a look at that and I accidentally skipped it. Oh well, we'll just have to wait and see where we are on the grid. Lando Norris is 4th. Where are we going to be? I imagine we'll get nerfed. We'll probably be in like 7th or 8th or something, but we'll see. Oh, we're 5th. Okay. Start from P5. We could do something from there. That looks nothing like Oscar Piastri, by the way. Okay, race strategy. 8 laps on the softs. That is quite ambitious. Wouldn't it be better to box earlier? I was going to say, maybe do 7 laps on the soft, 7 laps on the medium, if that's what it thinks. We'll turn down the fuel a little bit, can manage that a little bit better. We won't get disqualified for being underweight because they don't do that in the games, so it's fine. But yeah, I think that is everything. I need to load up my trusty old setup that I use at every single race regardless, because I have no setup expertise whatsoever. And here we go. I'm probably going to get criticised. Let me change this, because I'll get somebody going, oh, why are you using such a stupid view? Right, it's lights out. And to be fair, this view is probably better for driving anyway. As we run down towards the first corner, the reason I use chase cam is because I sort of tend to get a better view of everyone around me as I smack into Leclerc. Can we? Oh, double overtake. There we go, up into P3. Now we've just got the 2 Red Bulls in front of us. Sergio Perez leading a race. Wow. Used to pray for times like these. Those days are long gone. We're up into P3. Made a solid start here, if not a unspectacular one. But we are onto the back of Max Verstappen here. And maybe we could do some damage, who knows. But I think Red Bull are going to have to pray for a 1-2 today, because their performance in qualifying yesterday was very disappointing. Obviously Max Verstappen ended up P7, I think, Yuki Tsunoda P10. That Red Bull is just not dialed up at all to this circuit. And obviously Lando Norris starting from P6. Had a poor final lap yesterday, and Oscar Piastri, who's been the main man all weekend, is the guy on pole position with Charles Leclerc on the front row after a pretty silly one-place grid penalty for both Mercedes cars. But yeah, I mean, this is the FIA, isn't it? So we shouldn't be surprised, as we've now got 2 inter-team battles going on here, because Norris is trying it around the outside of me. Verstappen is trying around the outside at Perez. They're battling a little bit. This gives us the chance. Obviously DRS on lap 2 now. Can we take the lead of the Grand Prix on the inside? Yes. I don't know how clean that was. Verstappen still there. Shades of Rosberg and Hamilton in 2014, and probably a little bit argy-bargy there, but we got it done. I now feel like this could potentially be the most boring race in history. If I just hold it out front, I kind of almost need a bit of jeopardy, because then that makes it a bit better. But yeah, it's been an intriguing start to this season. Obviously, I went into 2025 kind of hoping it was going to be this all-timer season where you had like 4 teams in contention for race wins. It could still be like that. Obviously, McLaren, I'll break myself there. McLaren have won 2 of the first 3 races, with Max Verstappen having an excellent drive in Suzuka. We've had 3 different winners from the first 3 races, 4 different winners if you count Lewis Hamilton's sprint victory. So there is a chance that it could be a very competitive season. Obviously, George Russell is doing incredibly well in that Mercedes. Kimi Antonelli has had a very good start. He's done a lot better than I expected him to be fair. I was worried that he'd struggle a lot initially, but he's adapted to it really quickly. But yeah, obviously McLaren are the team to beat. Seem to have an absolute monster of a car, but the question marks are whether they've got the drivers to maximise it. Obviously, Lando Norris is the, I'm going to say lead driver. I know McLaren like to pretend they've got 2 number 1 drivers. But yeah, he started the season so well in Australia. It was a brilliant drive, and then you're thinking like, oh right, he's finally beaten the bottle job allegations. He's finally putting it together, and then he makes that mistake yesterday. And then in Japan, you feel like, I think it was more the team's fault than his fault, because when Verstappen pitted, they should have left him out for a couple of laps in clean air, maybe get the overcut on him and you can win the race that way. But the thing is with McLaren, it's like they've got the fastest car, but have they got it within the team to make the most of it? And that's the question. And that's when you've got guys like Max that even when he hasn't got the best car, he's still going to be there like 90% of the time, if not more. And if you mess up, he will be there to pick up the pieces. And when you think about the car that Verstappen's had at the start of this season, and he's still only 1 point off the lead of the championship, which is just insane. But yeah, I think the Drivers' Championship it's going to be far too difficult to call. If I was a betting man, I'd be betting on this guy that I'm driving as right now. I think he's got the mentality. I think he can deal with the pressure a lot better than Lando Norris can, even if maybe Norris is probably a bit more consistent right now. But it's going to be really close to call between both McLarens. Max Verstappen's going to be up there, and it'd be interesting to see if George Russell can keep himself up there, because Mercedes are just very quietly going along very well. They're quietly getting the job done. I think they're second in the constructors at the moment. Had a very, very good start to the season. So yeah, you can't rule them out at all. And Ferrari might improve as the season goes on. Obviously they've had quite a very tricky start. Obviously lack of pace and those disqualifications in China. But yeah, maybe there's more to come from them later this season. Who knows? But yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting season. Far too early to call right now, and a lot can change from now to December. So yeah, should be quite an exciting one. Right, whilst we've been talking about all this, Max Verstappen has kind of gone into the distance and has put nearly 2 seconds on my head. I've got Lando Norris to my inside yet again. Can we switch back, go down the inside? Look at this, get the car turned in, beautiful. Beautiful, hold the line. Excellent, obviously now we're pitting next lap, aren't we? Lap 7. Oh god, I've got Norris and Perez. I gotta be honest, I haven't been doing all the management and like ERS management and stuff because I just want to drive, man. Like I don't really care about ERS management and deployment, and I just can't be bothered with all that stuff. So I just drive and let the game do it for me. And I know that's pretty amateur, but to be honest, I don't really care about that stuff. So if I'm low on battery, I'm low on battery, and no, I say there's nothing I can do about it. There is something I can do about it, but I just wanna drive, man. I'm also starting to feel a bit bunged up, so I apologise if some of my words come out weirdly and I sound a bit ill. It's typical, like just as I start recording, my nose gets all like, nope, I'm not doing this. Lando Norris again. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. I do like making F1 gaming content. It's just the bit I find tricky is just committing to series. Like when I start career modes and I get like 4 or 5 episodes in and then I like fall behind and other stuff takes over. God, have I ever even heard of an Apex? I haven't hit a single Apex in this race, I don't think. Another one I've missed. Yeah, what was I saying? I tend to sort of prefer doing one-off races because then I haven't got to like commit to a series, and that's what I'm really bad at. It's just once I fall behind, I started the Alpine career mode. I did about 3 or 4 episodes and then it was like, I just don't have the mentality, I guess, to do it. But if you want to see like one-off races like this, then let me know. You know, I'm happy to do them. I quite like doing them. Right, here we go. Box. I think we're the first front runner to pit. And as you can see, I've got pit assists on as well because can't be bothered. That's fine. That's quite a good pit stop, and away we go onto the medium tyre. Hopefully we can have a nice quick out lap, come back out ahead of Lando. And then obviously he's going to have much fresher tyres. Oh my god, I hit an apex even if I took way too much curb. I did adjust the diff a bit. Where is it? Where are you, diff? There you go. I turned the brake bias sort of towards the rear a bit more. There you go, look at that, I'm hitting apexes all the time now. Look at me go. Leclerc's gone onto the hard tyre, which is interesting. Right, Lando is in for his stop now. It's going to be very, very tight, I reckon. Oh, it's way too slow into that last corner. Got on the curb too much. Have we lost out, or can we get out in front of Lando? It's going to be pretty close, although he's still in the pits. I thought he'd be out by now. I think we've retained our net second place as the rain starts to absolutely chuck it down outside, which means that the wind on the top of my roof, I've got this sheet on my roof. Anytime it gets windy and rainy, it just blows like hell, so it's probably going to start doing that now, which will make editing this video really fun. We've actually managed to gain about nearly 3 seconds on Norris, which is crazy. So yeah, undercut. Oh, that's that. Oh, I've forgotten how to hit the apexes again. But I wonder if this time gained, and Verstappen, or is that Verstappen there, out in front? Has Verstappen already stopped? No, not yet. So we could come out near Verstappen, I'm hoping, if we gain a bit of time on this tyre. I was going to go out for a walk this afternoon instead of doing this. It's a good job I did do this now. Absolutely chucking down out there. can we come out in front of Max Verstappen? Was a bit indecisive on the turn in there. Verstappen is into the pits, he's coming out now. I don't think we'll have enough. I'm very optimistic, even if I absolutely zoom down this straight. I can't remember the last time I used the word zoom to describe an F1 car. So we come out 1.7, so we've gained time on Verstappen. Sainz has managed to get Norris. Norris has gone to the hard tyre, which is a bit weird. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is properly coming down now. So yeah, some nice little background rain sounds. Who says I don't treat you? That seemed like a pretty decent lap. It could be. It's going to be my fastest of the race. It is 33.1. But we're not making any inroads on Verstappen now. I think it's going to be a pretty lonely race to the end, I think. Just sort of stuck in a sandwich, but we're nowhere near the bread. I just coined a new phrase. It's a naff one. God, Verstappen's doing 31.9s. We're doing 32.9s. Just can't get anywhere near him. But I think that's our lot now, to be honest. Just got to make sure that we don't make any mistakes. Bring the car home for P2, that'd be nice. Tyres are looking relatively healthy, so that's good. Oh, that's a horrible entry. Thing is, if you get that right-hander wrong, it sets you up for the left-hander to get wrong as well, and then you just lose a whole bunch of time. It's a pretty poor lap from us so far, to be honest. Oh, done it again. Bottling it. Absolutely bottling it. I've lost so much time on this lap. Yeah, Lando is slowly gaining on me, but shouldn't be enough. I think he's about a second a lap faster than me. My mediums are starting to, as you can see, going off a little bit now. Oh god, I've gone wide again. That doesn't help. Yeah, Verstappen's cleared off into the distance now. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be P2 in this race, unless I mess up this final corner, which I don't. Max Verstappen comes through to win. We come through for second. Our mediums are really starting to go off then. That final bit of the lap. And yeah, bring it home for a nice P2. Finished ahead of our teammate. Didn't have the pace. Verstappen was way too quick. And to be honest, Lando was probably quicker than me at the end as well. So yeah, it's a good job we held on to P2. I'll take that. It's a very realistic top three. You can't knock that. It's about the top three that you would expect. There we go, out onto the podium. Are we going to receive our winner's trophy? I think it's just Verstappen that's going to receive his. They're not going to bother with the others. And then we get to spray the champagne. There we go. Second place, happy day. Started 5th, finished 2nd, so gained 3 places. Have some of that. Adrian knew he always gets to go up. Doesn't even work there anymore. Yeah, I mean, look, Verstappen was lapping 131s. Everybody else was at least 32s. Some 33s. I mean, he was just an absolute monster. Perez, who was leading the race at the start, dropped off massively. Well, again, adding to the realism, I guess. Lance Stroll finishing 7th. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell both outside the points. Pierre Gasly down in 19th. But yeah, there we go, guys. That has been me racing on F1 24. If you want to see more of this, let me know. It's been a while since I've done it, but I did enjoy that, and it's nice just to have a, just a nice little casual race, really, and I can just talk to you guys about stuff, and hopefully you enjoyed it. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please consider leaving a like on there for me. If you're new around here and you like what you see, why not get a subscribe so that you can be notified of future videos like this one. Comment below any thoughts and suggestions you may have. And yeah, I think that's everything. So thanks once again. Take care of yourselves and goodbye.